Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Not Your Average Bucket List by Only in Your State. Today, we are delving into the fascinating world of fast food and entertainment as we explore the legendary world's largest entertainment McDonald's. I'm here with my co host, Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Marissa, that is a sentence or descriptor I was not really expecting. And I had a lot of fun doing this research. I deeply enjoyed it. So, hello.
Hello. I did enjoy it too, as well. And for anybody that is just joining us, we are taking one of our articles from Only in Your State that has been published on our site, and we are diving in deeper on this podcast. And this episode in particular, we are going to be discussing the biggest McDonald's in the world is right here in Florida, and you'll want to take a peek inside.
Yes. So,
I
let me
thought
just
I wrote
ask
this
you,
one.
huh?
I thought I
Did
wrote
you?
this article, but I
You
didn't.
didn't.
No, this
Okay.
was before my time, which is also
Yeah.
saying
So,
a
it's a
lot.
classic. It is a
Yeah,
classic Only in Your State article,
it
like
is.
back from
OG.
the before times. So, for McDonald's, do you have memories of going to these establishments as a kid or maybe last week and just like enjoying, just your time within the establishment?
Yes. Yes, play place galore. I was
Mhm.
one of those kids that liked to, probably pick up a bunch of germs and bugs playing in the play place.
If I didn't
Sweaty.
know about if I didn't know about the germs today, I would do it. I'm like, "Oh, I wanna climb on
Yeah,
stuff."
I know, especially after seeing this particular McDonald's.
Mhm.
But yeah, I used to love going with my mom when I was a kid. Happy Meals. I mean, my sister Liana and I, we would always love to get the Happy Meal toys. It was like, treasure for kids.
I feel bad for kids today. The Happy Meal toys just don't hold up. They don't.
Yeah.
Like, there used
Yeah.
to be, like, little transforming pieces of the menu,
Yes.
the Teeny Beanie Babies, gosh,
Yes.
just basically every single, like, movie franchise that came out had a line of Happy Meal toys to go with it. It was great.
Yeah. Yes, it really was. It was an experience. It wasn't just about, I think now with fast food, people just want to get in, get out, not wait in line, just but I don't know, as a kid it was an experience for me. What about for
Mhm.
you? Do you have memories?
Oh god, yeah. So, one, just the image of that brown sign with all of the white lettering, like how it used to where, like, you had, like, the individual letters that like, the old style design of the McDonald's, but also, like, going to, like, friends' birthday parties that they host there and, sitting on
Yeah.
the little swivel chairs and
Yes.
having a Happy
Yes.
Meal. Yeah, it was part of it, obviously play places and yeah, it's just something, like, iconic Americana, yeah, fast food. So, yeah, for
Yeah. And
sure.
how about as an adult? Has like your perception of McDonald's changed? Do you have like adult memories now?
Well, I will say, like, aside from some of the things we're gonna talk about today, I did notice, and I was doing a little bit of research into this as well, but a lot of the McDonald's really don't have that kinda, like, interesting appeal. Like, I was reading on a Vox article where this restaurant architect, Glenn Coben, was talking about a nostalgia for old school McDonald's, and, like, it used to be this automobile society where you'd, like, swing by a miniature roadside attraction to look at this McDonald's and see how it's different and how it's arranged.
Mm.
But now these, like, unique, designs of each of these restaurants has kind of fallen by the wayside for profits. So now every single McDonald's that I've been to, aside from the ones we're going to talk about today that are still unique, they are just like corporatized, like open
Yeah.
spaces, bright lights, maximum profits kind of situation, which I can
Yeah.
appreciate for like wipe down ability for some of these surfaces. Like,
Right.
yeah, maybe the play place wasn't super hygienic. But as an adult, like, look, we talked about road trips on this podcast before. So I love a good McDonald's as I'm on a road trip. I'm just eating whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's a really good point because my every time basically I'm on a road trip with my fiance, she needs french fries. And
Hmm.
that is like her go-to. Me, I'm more of a pub sub kind of gal, but she just really wants the french fries. And it's very nostalgic for her. French fries and a
Yeah.
Coke. That's like her thing, that when she was a kid, when her family would take road trips, like that's what she would get. And then,
Yep.
like her dad, and just kind of passed it down to her. So that for her, I think for a lot of people, that McDonald's is more about a feeling and maybe a
Mhm.
memory and maybe some warmth, rather than maybe what it is now to some people, which is just a modernized place to get a burger.
Yeah, and there's always, there's a lot of press around fast food in our culture. Is it sustainable? Is it processed? All these things. But yeah, going back to the nostalgia of like, yeah, I want to go on a Sunday and go grab, a McMuffin and just
Yeah.
chill outside. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, I will say, now this is a little bit off topic for our discussion, but I have a great interest in traveling around the world and getting like all the different McDonald's menu items, just
Yes,
some of
I'm with
them look
you.
incredible, like having like a piece of halloumi that's a halloumi burger or something, or like a veggie patty, which, we really don't have here and things like that, so
Yeah, I think that's
Mhm.
such an interesting, because McDonald's is so universal across the globe, but the menu varies. We have, this Americanized version of a McDonald's menu, but other people, you can get like street noodles at a
Mhm.
McDonald's, and I think that's so fascinating. So I wholeheartedly support your journey across the globe too.
Yeah, this is my announcement, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a world tour of McDonald's, but I will say, you can kinda do that in the US, and
Yeah.
this epic McDonald's that we're gonna talk about in Florida is not the only one you should put on your list, let me just say. It's pretty impressive.
I'm excited to hear some of the other ones, especially because, first and foremost, I think what was surprising to me about the world's largest entertainment McDonald's,
Yeah.
this is in Orlando. And first and foremost, I was, like, I can't believe the world's largest entertainment McDonald's is in America, let alone Orlando. And then I'm kind of putting two and two together. And okay, all these kids and families are visiting the area to go to these theme parks. So, like, smart move, McDonald's, for
Yeah,
this.
we need an affordable day. We
Yeah.
just went to all these theme parks. We just need to relax.
Yeah.
Parents drop kids off at the play place and just because it's not only just obviously the play place and some of the different things that you would have at a normal McDonald's, but a second story arcade. you know,
Yeah.
I was like, "What is happening? I need to go here." And I regret not knowing about this in the past because this sounds so interesting. So
Yes.
what else is like at this McDonald's that really sets it apart?
So, what I thought was the most interesting, just about this is the reason why it's called an entertainment McDonald's, because it's not just about the food, which we'll talk about is not your average McDonald's menu by any means.
Mhm.
But yeah, you have a massive arcade that has classic games, modern games. You have an indoor and outdoor, two separate play areas, indoor, outdoors, slides, kids can climb, and it's giant. It's 19,000 square feet, so way bigger than your average McDonald's.
Mhm.
And I think what's so cool about this is that you can make a day out of it if you
Yeah.
wanted to. Spend the whole day there. Parents can eat food and just kind of relax, which is what, like my mom did when I was out there,
Yeah.
getting all germy and stuff. But and the kids can go and play. You could do like racing simulator games. You can, play on the slide. Like there's so much for all different ages that I think makes this really fascinating.
There's even an aspect of, kinda like a Chuck E. Cheese or Country Bear show to where, like,
Yeah.
there's a magic show, a comedy show, that you get character appearances to karaoke, like, if you think about it, like okay, question for you.
Oh no.
Grimace, what do you think he
Yeah.
is?
Oh my gosh. Uh I don't know. A talking dust ball? I don't know. What is he I've never thought
So
about this.
so I was thinking about the characters, and someone told me once that Grimace is a taste bud. I feel like that is a conspiracy. I let me back this up. Is Grimace a taste like a big purple taste
Yeah, I was gonna
bud?
say, isn't he purple? Doesn't he have a hat? Wear like a
Does he have
little
a
hat
hat?
too? Oh man, now my McDonald's history is getting mixed up.
So yeah, there's apparently evidence on the internet that yes, Grimace is an enormous taste bud. I mean, Grimace, that's like a
What?
smile. It's a weird name because it's not a smile. It's not like a happy smile. It's
It's not.
Grimace. And then
Yeah.
you have the thief person, the burglar, the hamburglar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hamburglar. That was my
Yep.
fave.
Mm.
Wow. This Grimace thing is going to haunt me now because
I've
wow.
seen recent commercials with a hamburglar, which I thought was a blast from the past. Very interesting.
Yes.
You got the Fry Guys, I think, like the little push
Yeah.
ball looking people.
Yeah.
Who else?
I remember the Happy Meals used to come in these like Halloween buckets that were collectibles.
Those came
Uh,
back, did you know? The Halloween bucket.
what?
Yeah, and they're like limited. I have friends who like line up as adults in their 30s to get these Halloween buckets
Oh
that
my
they re-release.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
The buckets were
Unlocking core
legit. I
memories.
feel like somewhere in my
Yeah,
parents' basement I have mine.
I hope so. Because, wow.
Mhm.
Cha-ching.
Right. No, I'm just gonna use it for my own trick or treating. Thank you. Oh,
What were your thoughts
Birdie
of
the
Ronald
early
McDonald?
bird. There's a bird.
What?
I think the only female character is the early bird that probably came with the breakfast.
Burly the er Birdie the early
Birdie
bird?
the early bird.
Okay.
Mayor McCheese.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, definitely.
Anthropomorphized burger, which is terrifying. Um, oh, Fry Kids, not Fry Guys. Fry Kids.
Wow. Interesting. I don't know why there's not a female burglar? What am I
I don't
thinking
think
of?
so.
No.
Wow, there's a lot. They've tried out quite a few.
Interesting. Who was the one that you remember the most?
Probably Grimace. I mean, I guess Ronald McDonald like that. That's
Yeah.
number one, but I guess
Creepy though.
Grimace.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
Grimace
but
definitely.
the old style Happy Meals with the classic toys, that box, just something about it. I got one recently because they were doing a Pokemon feature, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a Happy
Oh,
Meal, and it's gonna be
cool.
great, and it was.
Oh,
I
good.
felt I felt so nostalgic opening it up and having a little toys. It was great.
Why don't we have like adult Happy Meals where we get, I don't know, like put
Give
some
me a little
pogs in
treat.
there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little treat. Little airplane
Well,
bottle of alcohol. I mean, I don't know. We're adults. We're making it through life, you know?
I love it. We're trying our best.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
So, wow.
so in addition to the character appearances, which we gave you an intro to Grimace the Taste Bud. You're welcome.
Wow.
There's also, yeah, the world's largest place, which is the Kids Club Treehouse. And I mean, you mentioned the menu. What's on the menu at this Entertainment McD's that is a little bit different?
So, this is what I found most fascinating about this entire episode's research is that, yes, you will have all of your McDonald's favorites, your Big Macs, your Happy Meals, Quarter Pounders, but there's also an entire gourmet menu that features pizza, pasta, Philly cheesesteaks, waffles, omelets. It's like a whole
Wow.
restaurant. Yes. And what I
Okay.
found so fascinating, so McDonald's has a history with pizza. They tried to introduce it back in the 1980s. It
Yeah.
became discontinued, and it is often criticized as one of McDonald's most notable failures.
Aw.
And because it was made to order, and people were like,
Oh, it's
no,
just
we're
too
fast
slow.
food. Yeah. They're like,
Okay.
we can't, the cooking times are too long. Customers were super disappointed. They started complaining. So uh, basically, they removed pizza from the McDonald's menu except for two locations. And one of them is at this McDonald's in Orlando because they have their very own wood fired oven for pizza.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, so that
crazy.
shocks me because you could go to a skate rink and get a pizza in like 60 seconds.
Right.
What were they doing?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I wonder if they just really
Interesting.
wanted it to be like gourmet style pizza,
Mm.
or maybe they were trying to get all these wood fired ovens
So
situated.
Here's what we need to do. We need to have Doja Cat talk about McDonald's pizza, have her bring it back a la Mexican pizza for Taco Bell. She will be the pizza queen.
Oh, I love that.
Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
that is a lot. Do you think so? Do they have like the specialty items like Shamrock Shake and like the McRib and stuff all year round, or is that still like behind a wall and you just gotta
That's
wait
a
and
good
pray?
question. I'm not sure. I would assume they would because I feel like they should, as like having this title of world's largest. They really should have everything. People can't
Yeah.
be go there and be disappointed, because that's like it's like the creme de la creme of
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Have you two questions? Have you ever had a Shamrock Shake?
I'm not sure.
I
Because
don't
I
think
feel
I
like
have. But what flavor is it? Green?
it's mint. Yeah.
Oh, oh, okay. Mint. All right.
Yeah. I don't think I have because I'm not sure if it was around when I was younger. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, next road trip you take, plan it around St. Patty's Day. Get those fries, get a Coke, and get a Shamrock Shake.
Right.
Yeah.
Green. Yes.
Green.
Um
Well, it's like Gatorade flavors. You get blue and red.
True.
They're not.
That's true.
I'm sure they have labels somewhere, but not for me.
I mean, I'm hoping it's mint. I could be wrong. It could be vanilla with just green food coloring.
Oh, how disappointing that. Okay.
Yeah, right.
This is absolutely professional. Professional podcast. 1 second. It is green mint flavored.
Okay.
Okay, what about the Grimace Shake then that was rocking the internet this year?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, that sounds better. Berry flavored. I mean, I do like mint chocolate chip. It's
I
okay.
do
I'll think
too.
about it. I'll
Classic.
report back.
I would yes, please. We'll add an addendum onto this episode. But what about for you? Like, what did you find with this menu that was most surprising to you?
So I actually deviated from looking at this specific one because what I did,
Oh,
if you're ready to segue into the next bit.
heck yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So I went to McDonald's corporate website because of course,
Love this.
but they have an entire article and map dedicated to their iconic restaurants that are remaining. And you can take a
Cool.
road trip coast to coast from Maine to California and visit these spots.
Have we covered this on Only in Your State?
We're going to because this is incredible. Like,
That is so
so
cool.
there is one near me in Independence, Ohio, which I've driven past it so many times and didn't even realize. And it's called the Fancy McDonald's. And it is like, yeah. And as the name implies, it is like a 2-story executive business style house with like columns and a chandelier. And just, you would not expect it to be what it is. I'm going to go over a
Wow.
couple of the other ones that are entertaining, but
Awesome.
yeah, let's do it. We should have an article about this and do like a little follow-up minisode or something
100%.
because this is incredible.
Yes. Oh.
In Roswell, New Mexico, I've been to this McDonald's as well. There's a UFO-shaped McDonald's, of course,
Cool.
and it's just like a giant, shiny UFO. There is a mansion McDonald's in Freeport, Maine, and it was an actual 1850s mansion that was converted into a McDonald's, and you can get a
Wow.
lobster roll at that
Oh my
McDonald's.
gosh, that's awesome.
Right? We also have in New Hyde Park, New York, the Denton House. So it's restored a Long Island McDonald's to its 1926 appearance. So you
Oh,
can go to a
cool.
McDonald's and just see it in like the glory of the Roaring Twenties. Um,
Wow.
yeah, there's even like a little drive-through area that they added onto it. So it's really cute. You should check it out. If you're in New York City and on Canal Street, you've probably seen it if you've been to New York and went by it, but it's like the skinny McDonald's. It's just it looks like the shape of a brownstone or something. It just goes all the way up and it's just like a teeny tiny McDonald's. It's great. And then let's see, one more. Let's talk about the oldest McDonald's in Downey, California. And this is unchanged since its original design. There's a fishbowl style kitchen, a speedy street sign that's like all very much classic drive by and stop in at a McDonald's. It's really cute. And there are more. There's a train. There's one in Las Vegas. There's one in Sedona that's like all teal. there's also a couple that didn't make the official corporate list, but I still think are cool. So in Pennsylvania, in Western Pennsylvania, there is one that's known as the Big Mac Museum, because the Big Mac was actually invented by a Western Pennsylvanian, Jim Delegati, in Uniontown. So
Wow.
you can go there and there's a giant Big Mac. There are all these old Big Mac boxes, hopefully not containing actual Big Macs, but just like a little placard and everything dedicated to the creation of the Big Mac, which is really cool.
Hmm.
There's one in Eureka Springs that looks like just basically it's like almost like a little castle. And if and that's in Arkansas, and I know we've talked about Eureka Springs on Only in Your State before, so if you're down there traveling, you can swing by the Eureka Springs McDonald's. In Savannah, Georgia, there's a green McDonald's that 85% of the construction materials were recycled or reused, and 100% of the wood was sustainably harvested. So it's a green
Cool.
McDonald's. And then I did want to call out one that doesn't exist anymore. So, ugh.
I know.
But it, in Texas, in Dallas, there was a Happy Meal McDonald's where the entire exterior was shaped like a Happy Meal. And,
Oh.
I agree with the restaurant architect. Let's bring it back. This is boring. Forget about all of the like sameness and copy paste. I want a giant Happy Meal. I want it to look like a castle, or I want
Yes.
it to look like a UFO. Like let's bring back
Yes.
this roadside attraction nostalgia feature to some of these, like fast food restaurants. So,
Yes, we
yeah.
should, because it is really about this all-encompassing experience. And look,
Mhm.
I get it. Yes. Is it very cool that these modern McDonald's, you can just kind of go up to a kiosk and place your order, like this one in Orlando? Yes, that's very cool because you're not really waiting in line. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. There is something so unique about, first of all, a restaurant chain that can create architecturally these very specific and unique buildings. Not a lot of people do that, so I
Mhm.
think that that's really cool. I know that when I was living in New Smyrna, they have the McDonald's that's there in New Smyrna Beach is they have the giant arches as part of the architecture, like leading to the
Yeah.
restaurant. And I just think that's so neat, even just driving by it.
Yeah. I think it's really cool, and it's a part of like Americana culture that we're just missing, Like I feel
Yeah.
like so much of what, like if someone were to think about, like someone from across the globe were to think about American culture, they're probably think like, yeah, cheeseburgers and people roller skating and driving
Right.
out to get a burger. Like, yeah, that's great. So
Yes,
we'll have
it
to
is.
follow up and talk about this all American iconic McDonald's road trip, because this looks epic. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that would
needs to
be really
happen.
cool to create and just like take that entire trip. I mean, you don't have to eat at everyone, but you can just snap a couple photos, or if you're hungry, eat at everyone. I mean, live your life.
Yeah.
Um,
We're not your boss. Like,
yeah, right. There is no
you
judgment here.
oh yeah. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that is very cool. Um, Just a couple of quick TripAdvisor and Google local tips that I found for anybody that's visiting this world's largest entertainment McDonald's in Orlando. First and foremost, they say that the portions here are bigger than in the UK, which I think is saying something. So they have big portions here. Someone else said it's a great place to spend a couple hours. Somebody said if you can avoid it on the weekends, do it. The place gets slammed.
I bet.
And yeah, somebody else said the McDonald's employees deliver your food. So you order on the kiosk and then they deliver your food, which I
Mm-hmm.
think is unique to McDonald's experience. Um, and someone else said, this is probably my first and last 5-star review for a McDonald's, but it's well deserved.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, that's
Right.
yeah. I don't think I would have guessed that I would have submitted a 5-star review for McDonald's in particular. No offense to the company or the chain, but it's like, it's so commonplace, but not
Yeah,
the Entertainment McD's. No, sir.
no. I'm definitely gonna go next time I'm in Orlando. I'm gonna make it a point to go because I do
A
want to check
hundred
this
percent.
out. So yeah, I'll take some photos and videos and just maybe like hold up a Shamrock Shake and
Nice.
maybe Grimace will be there and we could shake hands and I'll be like, Psst, what are you really? You can tell me.
What are you though? Yeah, please report back. Thank you.
I will 100%.